Hello, all of you, my students. Myself, Dr. Mahesh Pentewar, ग्रामीण ACS महाविद्यालय वसंतनगर कोडगेड तहसील मुखेड डिस्ट्रिक्ट नांदेड़ महाराष्ट्र state. My college is affiliated to Swami Ramanand Tirth Marathoda University, Nanded. Student, in the second year zoology, paper number 7th, biochemistry, we study in this year. Today we will study the introduction to the biochemistry. So what is mean by biochemistry? Biochemistry is a branch of biology. Biochemistry is defined as the chemistry of living things. It deals with the structure and chemical compounds that make up part of a living matter, the transformation of these chemical compounds and the physico-chemical processes that constitute the basis of vital activity. In biochemistry, biological phenomena are analyzed in terms of chemistry. Almost all the biological phenomena are the manifestation of biochemistry. For example, you are able to see and read these lines on your mobile only through the chemical reactions occurring in your eye and brain. You are able to taste your food, lunch through chemical reactions occurring in the taste buds of a tongue. Your kidney collects and passes urine through an elaborate chemical processes. This clearly shows that all the activities of animals and plants are the results of chemical processes. Hence, biochemistry is also called as biological chemistry or chemical biology. Biochemistry mainly deals with organic, that is carbon, organic compounds. So biochemistry is said to be an offshoot of organic chemistry. The term biochemistry was firstly proposed by Newberg in 1903. Then we study the life is a physiochemical entity. What is life? It is difficult to define. However, a convincing definition is formed on chemical grounds. Life is defined as physico-chemical entity which exhibits movements, growth, irritability, and reproduction. That is, life is a chemical makeup. The chemicals are combined in a particular physical ratio to form life. All cells are endowed with life. There are unicellular and multicellular organisms. The body of multicellular organisms is made up of many types of cells. The multicellular organisms descended from unicellular organisms. The unicellular organisms originated in the seawater about 3,500 million years ago. The first cell originated by a series of chemical reactions. All these chemical reactions leading to the origin of life or first cell constitute chemical evolution of life. The primitive earth contaminated nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon, and oxygen in the form of gases. They combine together to form ammonia, methane, and water. N2 plus 3H2 is equal to 2NH3, that is the ammonia. C plus 2S2 is equal to CH4, that is a methane. Half O2 plus H2 is equal to H2O, that means water. These chemicals react together to form micromolecules like amino acids, fatty acids, monosaccharides, urines, pyrimides, etc. They remain in the form of colloidal droplets in the seawater, just as oil droplets in water. The micromolecules then combine together to form macromolecules, such as proteins, polysaccharides, lipids, nucleic acids, nucleoproteins, etc. The macromolecules aggregated together to form coacervatus. The coacervatus developed boundaries around them. The boundary developed into the cell membrane and the chemical complex enclosed inside form the protoplasm. This was the first cell, the first life. This gave rise to multicellular plants and animals by repeated division. The plants and animals are made up of the cells are made up of nothing but chemicals. Thus, man, you and me, an animal, is an assemblage of chemicals in a particular ratio. The chemicals present in our body constitute inorganic substances like water, minerals, salt, gases, etc. And organic substances like carbohydrate, protein, fats, nucleic acid, nucleoproteins, etc. The various chemicals present in the plants and animals are called as biological molecules or biomolecules. The chart of percentage composition of various major classes of constituent chemicals in plants as well as in animals. In animals, 60% water, CHO 1%, protein 20%, lipid 50%, and ash 40%. And in plants, 80% water, CHO 30%, protein 5%, lipid 1%, and 4% ash. Students, next we see about the scope of a biochemistry. Advances in biochemistry have found large scale applications in various areas of industry, agricultural, medicine, and pharmacy. So, first scope we study genetic engineering. By applying biochemical techniques, improved strains of domestic animals and cultivated plants are produced through genetic engineering. Nitrogen fixing gene of bacteria are transferred to higher plants, that is wheat and maize. Second scope, feed proteins. New strains of microorganisms are being employed in the production of low cost feed protein and essential amino acid for domestic animals. Third scope, biological control. To protect cultivated plants from pest, biological preparations of superior quality that are not harmful to human or animals are currently being manufactured. Second scope, that is a control of pollution. Biological methods for the disposal of industrial and domestic waste and for cleaning up oil, spills, contaminants of the sea. That is, using specially cultivated bacterial mutants have provided to be of substantial value. Next scope is a industrial development. Biochemical processes are widely used in the food industry, that is, in the preparation of bread, cheese, wine, etc. And in the leather industry, detergents with enzyme additions are also commercially available. And last scope is a medical field. Biochemical methods are increasing by gaining acceptance in pharmaceutical practices. Enzymes are used in biotechnology for the synthesis of drugs such as steroid hormones. The application of bacterial techniques has enabled scientists to develop convenient and economical methods for the commercial synthesis of pharmaceuticals such as insulin, vitamins, antibiotics, amino acid, nucleotides, nucleosides, etc. So students, today we study about the introduction to biochemistry and scope of biochemistry. So thank you students and best of luck for your second year syllabus biochemistry. Thank you. Thank you very much.